it's
love it.
there. I'm like, damn it, there's that thing again, so that is in me. Somewhere in me, it's that construction thing. And Mum picked it. My mother picked it all those years ago.
I love that part of it. Your mom picked it and picked up on that, and she didn't let you let it go, which is awesome.
That's right. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah. I am just so excited today. I have got Andrew Farriss with me. He's a founding member of the legendary rock band INXS. I can still remember the summer of '87 when Kick was so huge here in the U.S. And Andrew, thank you for being here.
It's great to be here. How you doing?
Good, thanks. So you are a prolific songwriter. Your partnership with Michael yielded a bunch of, let's just say, oodles of great songs. And, as the musical landscape of more than one generation, I dare say, if you could collaborate on writing a song with any artist in the industry today, who would it be and why?
I'm very fortunate to have written with many, many different writers over the years and from different countries. But I probably would say somewhere with some of the older writers, for example, and I can probably make this happen when we're allowed to travel again and meet people. But Gary Burr, is an old school Nashville writer, and I met him years ago. In 1995, it was about 3 months after my mother had passed away. I was living in England during those years, and I know we've all got funny accents, Australians and the British or whatever, but England's like up this part of the world and Australia's down here, right? Anyway, I was living up that part of the world in my life at that time. And I met Gary Burr because Miles Copeland used to have a songwriters retreat thing. He owned a castle, literally. Some people say, I have a castle. My home is my castle. I said, damn right it is, But this guy actually has a 13th century, we're talking Crusader castle, like 40 acres.
With moat.
Yeah, with a moat and a drawbridge and dungeon for naughty people or whatever, all this kind of stuff, literally. And I got there, I'm like, who lives like this? Anyway, so I got there, but he had, there was like Gary, that's where I met Gary Burr. He was there as one of the sort of Nashville guys back in 95. And we did actually work on a song together back then with another co-writer. And I bumped into Gary not that long ago. I was starting to track it in Nashville before all this pandemic stuff started. But yeah, I'd like to go revisit that again with Gary.
You've been making music for over 4 decades now. There's probably been some gaps, but music for over 4 decades. What gets you excited about continuing to do that? Why do you get up in the morning and think, I'm going to make music? What keeps you passionate about it?
I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. I don't think I'm finished yet. Okay, like I thought I was. And I have to be honest with you. When Michael Hutchence from INXS, when he passed away. Right. And he was a force to be reckoned with. That guy, I think, was, in my opinion, I'm not the only person that said this, maybe the top 3 or 5 people in the world at being a lead frontman guy. He was good at it,
Yeah.
And so when he passed away, he's also my friend, and he's also my songwriting buddy, and it was devastating. And so it was a while there. I was like, well, this business is dangerous. It's not just, it looks safe and fun and easy and everything, but it can be tricky,
Right.
But so I wondered, why back then, why am I doing this? What is this? But luckily I had a very good family. I still have a great family, and family does something to you, and it connects you with each other and other people. And so that was all okay. But musically, I think my adventure probably started as a songwriter. When I was a kid, about 9, I started playing piano, and then I was learning, like most kids learn piano. You learn little sequences of notes, and then you go up in grade, and then you learn some classical music. And if you can play that, then they think, okay, well, you're at the next level now. You can go further. Well, I got to a point somewhere, I would have been about 10 or 11, and I said to my mother all those years ago, look, I'm really sick of doing this. I don't want to do this. I want to go play football. This isn't fun. Okay. And she goes, well, yeah, but you're pretty good at the piano and all that. And I said, well, look, yeah, whatever, and well, I went and played football for a while. Then I come back and then she goes, would you be interested in playing piano? She didn't give up on me, So I'm like, yeah, all right, Mum, okay. But this time around, okay, if I go to do this again, what I don't like is the exams part of it, okay? Like, it's like school, like they rap you on the knuckles if you're no good at this thing on the piano. I get the discipline part of it. I understand all that. The music theory, I get it. But it's not that. It was more that I want someone to show me how harmony works. Like, how do you put music together? Like, why does it connect with each other? And it was a kind of existentialist kind of conversation with my mother, really. I'm just a little brat. It's like, shut up, do as you're told and learn the piano, But it was like she listened to me. And then I found myself sitting one day with this Japanese lady with the piano. And I'd say to her, so I'm playing a C chord, right? If I play an A minor, how come it's the same notes, but it sounds like a different chord? She said, well, that's because it's the relative minor to the C major. And I'm like, oh, right. And then I just ask her questions. And I say, so how does this work? If I do that, what am I doing? And she'd explain it to me. Now, the construction part of me, someone asked me a while ago, not that long ago, are you interested in engineering? And I said, it's funny you should mention that. I find it quite fascinating how bridges are made and, things are like electronics, that things go together and construction, and which as a songwriter, is part of what you have to do is construct things. And that, if you want to know what keeps me burning, because that's your question, I enjoy the construction part of it. You see what I mean? Like I really, it's in me somewhere. I try to say, no, I'm finished with it. I'm done. That's enough of that. And then I wake up in the morning and go, but what if I just,
I love it.
There. I'm like, damn it, there's that thing again, so that is in me. Somewhere in me, it's that construction thing. And Mum picked it. My mother picked it all those years ago.
I love that part of it. Your mom picked it and picked up on that, and she didn't let you let it go, which is awesome.
That's right. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah. You've had a lot of awards and accolades over your career, but what are you most proud of?
My children and the people closest to me in my life are my most passionate awards. And that it's no use having a platinum album or a Grammy or an Oscar or whatever it is if you don't have a life to hang it on. Like they're useless. They're just a piece of junk. What value is it? Okay, that's just my thought on it. Is that, because and what are you going to do with them in the end?
Lastly, part of the reason for the interview is your EP. I'd love a little bit more information about it.
I have a 5-track EP. Okay, it gets released on October the 2nd. And the EP, I think it's meant to be. And I know that sounds kind of strange, but you got to bear with me for a minute. The 5 tracks on it, 5 songs are Tears in the Rain, My Brother, Love Makes the World, which is the title of the EP, All the Stars Are Mine, which is out now as a single. And then there's First Man on Earth. Now, these 5 songs lyrically are all interconnected. It's really about the earth, and I think that's one of the reasons I wanted to put these songs out right now on the EP, and also because I started to release an LP. I had 2 songs I'd released, Come Midnight and Good Mama Bad, and the music's quite different on my LP. Well, not totally different, but quite different in one way. It's still me, but it's just something different. And then the pandemic kicked in, and the label suggested to me, the record label, look, why don't you just pause your LP for a minute, release, and let's just see where this thing is going, because all of our staff are headed home to isolate, And I thought, well, that's a good point, because the promotion people won't be there, and it's kind of like. And then I was kind of, I got to be honest, I was really upset about it at first, because I was enjoying that train that I was on with promoting my new music with the LP, and so I took the idea of these other tracks being an EP to the label, and I thought they'd say, "Oh, we don't want to know about that." but they said, we really like it. We really like the songs. We really want to put this out. I'm like, you do? They're like, yeah. Like that came out of nowhere, you know.
Well, it didn't come out of nowhere. You had those songs. They were awesome songs. Yeah. And I got to tell you,
the way it came together, you know, the way it's like weird almost.
It wouldn't have happened, it sounds like, unless all of the things that are going on right now happened. Yeah.
That's it.
By the way, I love this. I love the single. It may not be your favorite song on the EP, but I do love the single. And maybe it's because I love the video. It's just a beautiful video that you filmed, and it just sets the tone perfectly. You talk about the earth and the connectedness and all that kind of stuff. It all comes together really well in that video.
Cool. Do you like the comets streaming in the background?
Yeah, I do. Now, I obviously
I organized that.
SFX, right? Little special effects there.
Yeah, no, I organized those comets. Okay?
Well done.
Of course, they're special effects. That's right. Yeah.
But was that filmed? That was filmed in Australia, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was filmed.
Beautiful.
Yeah, right out there in the middle of nowhere, which is where I live. I don't live in one of the big cities or the suburbs, and I used to. I used to live in England, in London, and then I lived out in the suburbs, and later on I lived out in the country in England too. But to be honest with you, living out in the country agrees with me as a person. Even my wife Marlena, who's from the US originally, she says to me, "You could be a hermit somewhere." I said, "Yeah, I could live out in the desert, and it wouldn't bother me at all." She's right.
Hey, Andrew, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. I would encourage everybody to check out the EP when it comes out in early October.
Nice to talk to you.
It's nice to talk to you. Thanks, Andrew.
Take care now. Be careful. Stay safe.
You too, sir.
If I just, I love it. I'm like, damn it, there's that thing again, so that is in me. Somewhere in me, it's that construction thing. And Mum picked it. My mother picked it all those years ago.
I love that part of it. Your mom picked it and picked up on that, and she didn't let you let it go, which is awesome.
That's right. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah. You've had a lot of awards.